everyone, my name is Adamawa Yusuf. NYSC is 50. A lot to really celebrate. This is Adamawa State, Yola precisely. And I'm here out today to get the views of ex-corp members that after serving, they decide to stay back in the States. Yes, there are so many here. Some got married here, established themselves here, got a job here, got their business here, and also they are not planning to leave anytime soon. Why did they decide to stay back? That's the question you will love to get. So don't worry, just stay back. Watch as I go to the street of Yola to get the people's view, ex-corp members' view. The reason why they stay back and what they are doing here right now and how established they've been. Well, I also serve here 2018 batch C stream 2 precisely, and I'm still here in the States. A lot, yeah. You can tell for yourself. You can see that I'm doing well, and I'll be going out there to get the people's view why they decide to stay back. So just sit back and watch. Thank you so much for watching. This is JN News, and I am Adamawa Yusuf.
My name is Jingi Dennis, the NYSC State Coordinator, Adamawa State.
My name is Lieutenant J. John. I'm from Kaduna State.
Yeah, my name is Adek Basi Osaveshe, and I'm really happy to be in the JM studio.
NYSC at 50 is something to celebrate. We are celebrating our Golden Jubilee, so we have come a long way. Any organization that have lasted for long like this is worthy of celebrations. So we have achieved a lot right from the inception of the scheme. And I can say you are a living example of such. To have served here and to have stayed back here, and now you are rendering services, which is part of the program that brought you here.
For me, before NYSC, I was this graduate that was already very busy with what I had things in my hands. Like I was also kind of an asset in my state where I was, so I had a lot of engagement with so many organizations. I had things to keep me that I should not leave, the state. So the plan was wherever NYSC posts you, just go and do the 3 weeks and come back. And then I also had people that would have also influenced my choice of where I was to go to. But for my own kind of person, I also like to allow God have his way. But then I didn't put Adamawa in my choice of application. But when I saw Adamawa, that's Yola, I was like, okay. Adamawa is like not even where I was expecting. I thought they would send me to, I don't know, but I was not expecting Adamawa.
So when we're coming to Adamawa, and that time we had our camp in Niger State. That was where we had our camp. And at that period too, we have the issue of these insurgents that was going on there. So when we're in the camp, when we're trying to come down to Adamawa, we made up our mind, we come down to Adamawa. The governor sent us a car to come and pick us. So some of our colleagues there that saw us were coming to Adamawa, you're going to that place that they are insurgent, but we told them we'll go. When we came, we didn't try, we saw the time was okay, was fine, and we got our place of primary assignment, and we welcome the people here are hospitable.
I served in the year 2017. When I was redeployed to Adamawa, I accepted it in good faith. Yeah. It was a nice experience. Funny enough, we're the first set of corpers that resumed NYSC after the insurgency period that corpers were not allowed to serve in the state. So we're the first set of corpers that were accepted to serve in the state. Our camp and everything was done in the state. So it was a nice experience. Though my colleagues as of then were, you know how natural it can be when they tell you a place was a red zone area. Well, we thank God for the armed forces as well and the security agencies that Adamawa was safe and is still safe.
So when we came, at first, yeah, so many stories. I told you we came when the insurgents were there. I think we that came to Adamawa then were just, 158 that made up our mind from the camp to come back from Mina straight down to Adamawa there. A lot of people are running away because they say the insurgents. They say, when we came, we found out it was, and during that time we were like a king mine in the state because we are well taken care of. Anywhere we go, the security. Once you're a copper, we're well protected. So all those, you will now find out all these stories were just stories.
So I had people telling me, "Do you want to change? You can change. You can change for you." I'm like, "No, we're not changing. Let's go to Adamawa, but to return after 3 weeks." That was my plan. But reaching the camp, of course, the Adamawa sun was striking as the first thing. As a corp member in the camp, my plan was, after all these 3 weeks, I'm just going back. I'm doing redeployment to go back to my state. But while in the camp, I think in the second week, I've already filled out my deployment form and everything. So I went by the fence and I saw some young people, around just coming to say hi to corp members. And I started asking some questions. Basic needs I was looking for to see if they have. "Oh, have you been trained on goal setting? Have you been trained on this?" And everybody kept saying no, no, no. So I now went into my own fellow corp members that I knew they were going to stay in Adamawa. I was not asking them, "Tell me the level of capacity or skills that you have." Many of them had no skills that I was already exposed to. So to me, that was one problem that said, I cannot step in here and leave. Haven't seen this problem. This is what I do. So I should stay back and find a way to see that I contribute in making sure this problem is reduced and enhancing the youth capacity here in the state.
So we have achieved other things like executing projects by core members, drilling of boreholes, serving hospitals. Like presently now, the doctors are on strike, and when we get to any hospital now, we don't see anybody rather than the core doctors and maybe the consultants. And most of the schools, when you visit in the state, you see that most of the staff are made up of core members. We have gone on several community development services like the HIRD, that's bringing health services to the doorstep of the downtrodden in the society. When we get there, sometimes you meet some people with common illness. They cannot afford to come to the hospital.
My story is interesting in the sense that I served in the same establishment I am today. I served in the 20th Brigade, the military establishment in Yola, and the wind of life blew me to join the Nigerian Army. And when I saw my posting, that I was posted to 20th Brigade, I was asking myself as of that point, at that point in time, that is there any 20th Brigade that I know, or is it the one that I served as a copper? And that was when it got down to me. I faced the reality that yes, it's the same place that I served, that I'm going back. Funny enough, I remember those days when I was a copper. I would walk to my boss's office, see him, seek for advice, and we talk. I know fully well that that was his office. And lo and behold, I'm coming back to sit on that same seat. I was entering the same office as a copper to sit, seek for advice, or do whatever work or tasks needed of me to do as of that point in time.
Having studied public health, I was so involved in the camp that I had the opportunity to be asked where I wanted to be posted to because I studied public health. So I chose the Ministry of Health, and luckily for me, I got posted there so I could learn how the ministry, government agencies work with NGOs and other CSOs in designing programs that solve problems in the state. I wanted to learn that and use the NYSC scheme experience to build my capacity in that area. Yeah, and luckily I got posted. So for me, I practically enjoyed myself as a corp member. Yeah, who fully... People said I was acting like a staff of the Ministry of Health because I was always going to my PPA as if I was a staff. If they had to resume 9 o'clock, you'll find me there too.
I was a presenter and a reporter, so I was given leverage to work. That was one good thing that has helped me. Until date, when my bosses see me, they'll be like, "We knew you'll be what you're doing today because we saw that passion in you." So I was built and I was brought up properly. I availed myself to be used to. When other corps members were saying, "You are a fool," they're just using you up and down, they will not retain you here. I said, I didn't come here to be retained. I came to learn. So that was my main aim, and I've actually achieved it. I made name in this town because I was willing to learn. Until today, I am still learning.
If you take a look around Yola, for instance, you're going to see a lot of people that stayed back. I have people that stayed back and they have churches here. They are pastors. I have people that stayed back, they are employers of labor. You have doctors that stayed back, opened their own clinics. You have Dr. Nee here in Peace Hospital. You have Trust Medical Center in Gombe. Local government is an ex-corp member. You understand? You have other businesses. Then you have me here, Optimum. You know, so we stayed back and we brought ideas from outside, and those ideas have helped to develop this state. To the extent that, you see, when you're setting up a business, you try to look for the gap and you fill the gap. So we saw those gaps and we felt our ideas from where we're coming from will help us to fill the gap, and then we fill the gap, and that's development. Okay, so take for instance in our facility today, so many things that hitherto were not being done in Adamawa State. People have to travel to Abuja, to Lagos to get those services done. But now, you get them right here. Not just right here, in few minutes you get your report. Unlike the ones you go to another state and you spend 6 weeks, you've not gotten your result. Now you get them in minutes or in hours.
So I find it very intriguing and so interesting that wherever you get to find yourself, you don't know what God has placed for you, and you could do whatever you're doing at the point in time, and then you think, okay, it's just for that very period of time, not knowing fully well that there are bigger pictures ahead that you get to experience in life. And that's why I tell people that my story here in Adamawa is just something else. That the same establishment I served, the same office I served as a copper, and I'm coming back to head there as a copper. So
I was learning. NYSC scheme gives you room to learn in whatever PPA that you find yourself. So to me, I was learning. I was attending several meetings, a whole lot. Yeah, so let's fast forward to after my service. But during the NYSC, I made friends. I connected with fellow young people. I mean, I even stayed in the church that was given to corp members. You know, I made friends. From friends, I made family. The Adamawa State is very accommodative, that even my schedule officer was so nice that he was making sure we were comfortable, making us to see the town and, you know, love the entire place. So all of those contributed to making me more relaxed in the state.
My name is Queen Yusuf, the CEO Anakazo Global Investments Limited. Anakazo Global is a construction company that was founded by me. I started immediately after NYSC, and I came to Yola through NYSC actually. And coming to Yola was like a major shift for me. All my life I've been traveling around the north, another part of Nigeria, but coming to Yola is the farthest distance for me. That's number one. Then number two, a lot of people, what are you doing in Yola? Leave Yola, be coming to Abuja, a lot of construction in Abuja and all that. But I said to stay back in Yola because I feel it's a place where you can start. It's a place where you can start up and grow. In Abuja, there's a lot of competitors, a lot of people. Nobody wants to hear from you. You have a lot of contractors, a lot of engineers, a lot of QS. But being a young QS, in Yola, I had support. I had people who wanted to give you their reputation to leverage on. They're ready to train you. They're ready to mentor you for the fact that you're young. And they also came here as core members. They came here as young people, and they feel that you're young. Just stay, we'll coach you and we'll help you.
Alright guys, behind me is Peace Hospital, and then the owner of Peace Hospital is Dr. Nee. To surprise you to know that he's an ex-corp member who have served here 34 years ago. Well, NYSC turns 50, and it's on this one that I'm going round to get ex-corp members here in Adamawa to get their feedbacks on how they decided to stay back in Adamawa and how established they have become today. Well, I am also an ex-corp member. And also, I'm here to meet Dr. Nee. Let's call him the grandfather of ex-corp member in Adamawa State. So right now you get to hear from him, and then he will tell you the story of how he stayed back in Adamawa, why he decided to stay back, and how he was transferred here to come and serve here, and how that NYSC has given him a good gift. So just join me shortly as we go in to meet Dr.
My names are Adeni Akanji Oriolo, a medical doctor, and I came to serve here in the then Gongola State in the year 1989, precisely October 1989. When I was 6 months into my service here, maybe because my head of clinical services was impressed by my performance, he told me not to look for work, that he's going to employ me. That time that he was going to give me an employment. And immediately after the service year, I was given letter of employment as a medical officer in the then Springfield Hospital in Gongola State, now Adamawa State. And I worked there for 4 years. Later on, established my own hospital, Peace Hospital, here in Yola, Adamawa State.
Yeah, I served in Peace Hospital.
Peace Hospital.
Peace Hospital
Here in
was,
Yola North.
yes, here in Yola North. It was newly set up by an ex-corp member. I think not up to a year. He requested for a corps member, medical laboratory scientist. So I was present.
And I made families from sisterhood, brotherhood, and I found a husband.
Awesome. That is exactly what I was waiting for.
Yeah, so I found a husband. He also came here to serve, and his own plan was to, after the 3 weeks, was also going to go as well. But maybe, I don't know if, okay, when we talked after the 3 weeks, and he said he's going back to Lagos, I'm like, why? So I did my normal work I do with young people. What will you be doing in Lagos? Why do you want to leave? What is your current skill? What is your plan? By the time we finished discussing, I said you can achieve all of those things you want to do here. You say you don't need to work anywhere. You have to build your portfolio of what your skills is about. His issue was his parents will want him to work, and he doesn't want to work because he wants to build his production, skills that he has and all. I said, I'll talk to your parents for you. They should understand why young people should pursue their dreams. This Adamawa has light. Everything you need is here. So to cut the whole story, he stayed back. We were friends. From being friends, my guy proposed. So 2 corps members who came to a strange land finally became husband and wife, and the journey has just been interesting.
And that integration, of course, we married amongst the people. I, for one, am married here. My wife is Fulani. Naturally, I'm very much at home with all the Fulanis. There's no Fulani that I see as a strange person. There are times I'm talking to a Fulani person. If I find it difficult to communicate with the person, I say, give me 2 minutes. I carry my phone and call my wife. I say, madam, do interpretation for me. And she does it. And we are good. We're fine. That's all. You understand? So that has really helped us. And then we've given birth. My children are half Fulani, even half Hausa. Because Hausa is the lingua franca here, to a large extent. So they speak Hausa very well, speak English, speak my tribe, speak Fulani. So these kids now have 4 tribes that they understand. So that's another form of development. So they can easily fit into Igala community, and they can fit into Hausa community, they can fit into Fulani community. And we make sure we take them to those communities to visit my village. And we understand, they know the cultures of my people very, very well. They speak my tribe, they understand. And then they are always constantly going to visit their mother's family, and they also understand their mother's cultures too.
The scheme has done a lot. It was able to bring, let's say, its mandate by integrating the nation, different tribes, bringing them together to be one. So the scheme has done a lot by bringing people, especially youths, together.
Comfort zone. Let's say someone in Lagos, for instance, has ever traveled beyond, say, Ibadan or there. For NYSC, we throw that person to Adamawa. Now he's going to meet a new weather, he's going to meet a new set of people, he's going to meet a quieter life, because in Lagos
it's noisier.
So, but Yola, Adamawa is quieter, you have less people. For the first time, you breathe properly. Like in Lagos, you won't be able to breathe because everywhere he sees, so the same thing, and then they will throw someone from Sokoto to Lagos. And then that one too, you now come and see people and
Adapt to their lifestyle.
So and then you get to learn about people's cultures, and then that enhances tolerability. You have to be tolerant. People become tolerant because they now understand people's cultures. You stay with somebody for 1 year, definitely you will have understood his cultures, and you make friends. So by the time you now see someone from that particular background, next time elsewhere, you will understand him and you will see him as a friend.
Like I said earlier, we're the first set of corpers that resumed NYSC in Adamawa as of the year 2017. Then I can imagine how the officials of the NYSC in Adamawa, the challenges they were facing at that point in time to convince corpers to stay back and serve in Adamawa. But I talked to myself. I said, I'm coming to Adamawa. Why don't I explore Adamawa for a year? Get to meet a new culture, get to meet new people, environment, the weather. Because I bet you Adamawa's weather is Yola precisely, the weather is something else. So I had something to go back and tell people about.
There's no doubt about it. The deaf can hear that. If you look at somebody that is from Osun State, southern part of Nigeria, came to serve in the northeastern part of Nigeria, is from one end of the country to another end. And it's been there for more than 3 decades. Precisely 34 years ago. If the people here did not accept me and give me freedom to practice without fear or favor, then I would have been very stupid to still remain here up till now. And that's why I'm saying it has even gone beyond fostering unity. I can proudly say that this is my state.
And I tell them my name is Joshua, and they would be like, wow. And you said you're from the north. Does anyone from the north bear Joshua? So you see the level of exposure that someone that has gone to school doesn't really know that there's a northerner that bears the name Joshua. Why? Because all his life, all her life had been in the southwest, southeast. They feel when they cross the River Niger and River Benue Bridge, everybody in the north is a Muslim or a Hausa. They fail to realize that the north is diverse with so many tribes and as well different religions.
And Adamawa today, where I came as a corp member, has become like a home, and it was also a place that gave birth to me learning how to even structure an NGO. And today we are at some certain level of growth as an organization because of the accommodative and learning environment that I find here in the state. Yeah, so it's been an interesting journey. I would say NYSC is a blessing to young people out there. Most of the experience we did not have as students. We were just learning our coursework, 4 years, 5 years. Most times lecturers will not expose you to the reality of life or experience or practical knowledge of what you're actually studying. right? But NYSC give us young people that opportunity to discover ourselves, grow our potentials, gain experience in different work field that they send you to, make you to learn how to live with people because of their background, their religion, their culture, make you to be an adaptive Nigerian, and makes us to really appreciate the fact that we are Nigerians and we can be welcome at any state.
And then I also thank God for NYSC because I got to meet a lot of people, and then I was challenged because leaving your home and seeing people that are young like you and doing what they can do, trying their best. So I was challenged, and I felt like this person is also a core member or a former core member per se, and is doing well. That means I can also do the same. So I want to thank God for NYSC. I feel NYSC has really helped in national integration, to foster unity and all that. It's a good program, and I'm proud to be an ex-corp member. I'm proud to be a product of NYSC.
The best thing is to allow things to flow naturally. Because when I was posted to Gongola State, my brother discouraged me and told me not to come.
Yes, actually, if not for the insecurity in other parts of Nigeria, where people will have to relocate and all that, the way NYSC was programmed was in such a way that where you're posted to, you serve there, and then you get to meet people. In fact, it should be a place you've never been to in your life. So I think if we can maintain it that way, if not for insecurity, as I've said, it's going to help, because some people have never heard of other tribes, other villages, other culture. You get to learn more about Nigeria, you get to learn more about other people.
So it shouldn't be like it's your own place that will make you successful, but wherever you find yourself as a Nigerian, right, Nigeria is a great place that has resources and things that can also build you into the future that you desire to get. So a good one, NYSC scheme. I wouldn't say it's a scam. So, yeah, it's a plus.
If I'd remained in my state or in my local government, I may not be what I am today.
So, if the prospective core members will just sacrifice a year, not even practically 9 years, we call it a year, but 11 months of their service year, to make sure they explore wherever they find themselves, I bet you it's going to be a blessing to them that they will never forget it for the rest of their lives.
NYSC has done probably very well. They've really done well in the aspect of uniting people together, bringing youth together, and adding value to people's life, because I'm an example. I get to find more about my future and destiny while serving. There are some potentials that were in me that I never knew that I had until when I was sent to Adamawa to serve. And I was lucky enough to be sent to a TV station, and well, I was groomed over there. Even with my colleagues as core members, I learned a lot from them. So I can say kudos to NYSC so far.
I will only give much credence to the scheme for creating this platform, creating this avenue for we to unite as Nigerians, not minding where we're coming from, not minding our societal background and whatever you use to make judgment of living beings.
Yes, I had a passion for journalism. I had a passion to reach out to people via journalism. And the best place I feel I can unleash this is in this town. Now that pushes me. I didn't tell you how I did my service here or try. I had a project I embarked upon, and then I reached out to over 300 young girls in secondary schools. That was by the state of where I was serving, because I know, okay, since I'm a journalist, I had the cost to reach out to meet people. So I got that fund and then mix people in town just to make sure I reach out to people. So doing that project alone made me go popular.
Left to me, in fact, if you do diploma, you go and do NYSC. It's very relevant. And two, what they should do, they should stop this watering down of the scheme. There are certain things they do now that is watering down the scheme, the objectives of the scheme. Take for instance, when you served, a lot of the people you served in that country, they are not here today because they applied for relocation and put insecurity. They were granted. Somebody will go and serve in a place he is very comfortable with. No, you are not doing good to these young people. Go to a place you don't know. Learn a new thing. Learn a new trade. Learn a new skill. Learn a new thing. Then somebody will just come and write, you just share paper. Do you know during our time, for you to get, that was not relocation, we call it redeployment. That was in language. It was a big word those days. You want to redeploy? In fact, what you will pass through to get redeployment that time, if you see it, you better stay where you are. But now, it's just a form, you can't feel it. You will now put in security, and then now grant it, and then you go. 1,000 core members average come to Adamawa State. How many remain? Very few remain. Highest maybe 200 or something. Are they even up to 200?
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? So it's wrong. It's wrong. They should. I know they are trying to play safe. Certain things have happened in the scheme, that has caused them a lot of headache, and they are just trying to play safe. This playing safe is not helping us. They should find a way to go around those things that happen, that making them to play this safe. Do you understand? That's one. Then that's two. Then the other thing is this camp we do 3 weeks. If they can extend it beyond 3 weeks, these young people, you have a lot to teach them. Extend the camp beyond 3 weeks. Make sure that they are in the right direction. All they need to do is to deepen what they are doing now. Yeah, I see they bring Bank of Industry, some other businesses.
That's training.
Yeah, that's training. Very, very important. So they should just deepen those things, extend the time. And the discipline level, the level of discipline, I think the military will have to do extra work. And this pampering, there's nothing like pampering. There is always hardship. If you want to get it in life, you have to pass through hardship. Nobody is coming to kill anybody's child. You cannot come there. If you go to some Said program, they are teaching Said, somebody is browsing. What? How will you learn that thing they are teaching you? Sometimes we go to give these lectures and find out that they are spread up to some under one tree or under one veranda there. They are discussing their own discussion while the main thing is going on. That discipline should be increased. They should increase the level of discipline. They should make it such that if you fuck up from that camp, you can be decamped. And that's the end. You won't get NYSC. They will put a very serious suspension on it that before you can even serve, because you've gotten your biodata, before you can come and serve again, they will give you 3 years suspension. In that 3 years, you never get work. If you know that this is what's going to happen to you, you will sit up. I'm not saying it must be 3 years, but there must be a penalty. So that you cannot serve, you can work. And it should be a crime in this country for you to take a graduate without NYSC certificate, without the NYSC exemption certificate. It should be extended to the private, not just government organizations, public organizations. No, private. If you are caught using someone that is a graduate that has not served when he's supposed to have served, it should be a crime. So that way, everybody will be very careful. They will not dodge NYSCs. They will go there. When they go, they will sit up.
NYSC is super relevant. I don't want to say it's relevant, like it's super relevant. Why did I say so? It's relevant because aside from you being a graduate, like a normal graduate, you're a graduate, and then you're like, okay, you're done with school and you're meeting with people. NYSC, it's a place where you can also build up your life. So I can say it's very relevant, and the scheme should never be, will I say, cancelled? Yes, Yakubu Gowon has done well for Nigeria. This is the only scheme that I can tell you that people all over the country can come together and speak one voice. This is the only scheme that till today, an Hausa person and an Igbo person will come together and eat from the same plate because we met together where we're serving. Yeah, I stayed in a family house that we came together. We're like from different places, and then we came together just because of NYSC, and we lived for 1 year together. So that fostered our unity. So I think NYSC is a great scheme.
I strongly believe the NYSC scheme is improving, and you can't take that away from them as a scheme, that it's improving. So all I'll have to say is that the NYSC as an establishment should continue improving in diverse ways and diverse means that they will do to improve the living standard of those under their care, that's the core members.
My advice to prospective core members and serving core members is that this is an opportunity for a lifetime. Once in a year, like you don't serve twice. I used to tell core members every day that there's no carryover for service. So if you miss it now, there's no replacement anymore. So why not take hold of this time? Make good use of this opportunity that Nigeria is giving to you. Some of us come into the scheme because of Alawi. You can say, okay, I'm getting Alawi every month. But far from that Alawi, what are you giving to the nation? What is the thank you? What's your own way to say thank you to the nation for creating such a platform? It's for you to reach out to it. So I believe in reaching out to people. So please, wherever you are sent to serve, don't leave that place without dropping a mark. Let the whole world know that somebody like this came to serve in our place and have been touched by so core members. So please, as you are coming into the scheme, for prospective core members, as you are coming into the scheme, just know that there's an assignment for you, and that assignment is to reach out to your very own community as your own service to the people.
1 weekend will answer a lot of things to do, especially a lot of opportunity when it comes to the side aspect, the business aspect. When I find that this place is a ground that you can stay back and establish yourself and start something to do.
What's your name?
My name is Muhim Chizitere Honoria.
I'm Sefa
Adam Umar.
Okay, my name is Charity Ugwa Emmanuel.
My name is Chibike. Yeah, Chibike Njokuchi from there.
And NYSC as a 5th year. It's well, I never knew NYSC had lasted this long, and from the foregoing I can say wow, it's a good one. In that coming to, like, it brought me to the north. Of course, I was born in the north central, but then coming to the northeast, and then even getting to know that wow, we have some other persons from other parts of the country staying in the north, unlike what we used to hear before now. So I think it's a good one that NYSC is doing to help us to, harmonize and then bring about unity in diversity. And not just that, again,
This NYSC is an opportunity for people to explore, travel to some places. Like me, assuming it's not this NYSC, I don't think I could have come to Adamawa State.
Well, congratulations to NYSC Golden Jubilee. It's not a joke. And with every of the schemes that we have seen from the orientation camp and the ones that we have read in history, it's a good one. I want to give kudos to NYSC and celebrate them happy 58th.
All right, Miss Honoria. You are a core member.
Yes.
How can you describe Adamawa State after your stay for a while?
Well, Adamawa State is a nice state to be. I enjoy staying in Adamawa State because they are so much accommodating, and I love the education here. It's economical, even the food and the transportation is economical also. So I love to stay in this place if I should get a good job.
It's a big congratulations on us and a great day for everyone and every core member.
NYSC is 50 and say is actually a time to commemorate and celebrate the achievement of NYSC.
So you mean you can you can really stay back if you get a good job to do after your service?
Yeah, yes, of course. I so much have interest to stay here because I am also schooling. I'm running my PGD program. So if I have opportunity for job, I will stay.
My experience has been very beautiful, owing to the fact that I came from the south, from NYSC State. I came to Adamawa and to the north for the first time, and actually came here and I, learned new things, about the food, the culture, and like they say, traveling is also part of the experience. So I would say it added to my experience.
Well, first and foremost, kudos to them for the past 50 years. Uniting us together from different ethnicities, different groups. But there are still some loopholes like that I see. PPAs, gathering PPAs for us is very stressful. Many of us we were deployed in some places and we were rejected. We now need to start fishing out these things. And I think that could be also corrected both from the end of the NYSC and the employees because of accommodation issues. Some of the accommodations that they promised or told the NYSC that they have, they are not in good condition. I think inspections should be done to this respect so that core members would be friendly with the environment and at least be confident that they will deploy the peaceful and conducive environment.
I would suggest NYSC, through the officials to actually, enhance and strengthen the communication line between them and the core members. Because you find out that sometimes this communication, the corpers, sometimes lack some channels for them to communicate, to the NYSC, something like that.
Yes. One other thing I would like NYSC to do is to actually, of course, they have some skills acquisition which are actually available. But if there are ways they can actually make these things, in a more practical term, where people like, if it's possible, because this is the cry, not just my cry, but the cry of many. If NYSC can actually come up with some, an avenue where corpers can actually generate revenue, even as they are passing out, so that these skills they try to acquire while serving, or skills they had prior to service, they can actually have a means of generating this, having capital, with a stress-free means of having this capital to start up their business. I think it will actually go a long way, because we know even though we are passing out, not all of us will get this white-collar job. Some persons are actually willing, of course. The experience they had is enough for them. They would like to actually go into the world and then establish, but they may have all this mindset and all the skills and everything, but the capital to start up isn't there. So I think this is where I would like NYSC to also come in.
I think the NYSC side program, if the government will really focus and put more fund in the NYSC side program itself, I think it's going to help a lot. When the core member are well trained with requisite skills, so as they go out, they will not be looking for what we call the white collar jobs again. Rather, they will be thinking of establishing businesses whereby they will be able to employ youth, not only even graduates. They will be able to employ youth immediately you finish a secondary school. You'll be able to employ and they put you through the business aspect. So the side scheme in the NYSC is one of the key projects. I think the federal government should put more fund so that it will be upgraded and it serve its purpose.
My call to all the core members over there is to do their service with all kinds of diligence, with patriotism and zeal. I expected of them to leave the community they have met in a better way that they have met it through many community development services. And I urge them to deliver, to serve the community at their place of primary assignment diligently, so that at the end of the day, some of them that will come out outstandingly can be given an honors award, either state, local government, or presidential honors award. At the celebration of the 50th anniversary, we are lucky to have a core member who has executed the community development service, and is going to be presented with presidential honors award this coming Saturday at Abuja Presidential Villa. So I'm encouraging the core members to serve the community diligently without any form of indiscipline.
Happy stay NYSC. We wish you longer stay in Nigeria and long life. So,
NYSC, happy 50 years anniversary.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm grateful. I've gone around the city of Yola, getting the sample of ex-corp members and core members. Well, it will interest you to know here that NYSC has turned out great minds. They've turned out great and intelligent people. Speaking with them, I got to see their achievements. Some of them has gotten married here, some has their kids, some already established their organizations, while some others are working here already. I myself is a quick example. I came in here as a novice in the media world. I was posted to go telecommunication. They've built me. Yes, I can actually give kudos to my PPA. I was trained there how to couple news together and how to go out to get stories. See what I am today, a worldwide celebrity. All this goes to NYSC. Big kudos to NYSC. Happy Golden Jubilee to you. And also, Adamawa is saying happy 50th anniversary. I really want to appreciate NYSC, and then I want to call on NYSC to keep the good work going and ensure they foster unity the way they do and put Nigeria together one more time. Well, this is all I'll be taking on the documentary NYSC at 50. I am Adamawa Yusuf and this is JN News. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.